What's up, peeps? It's Camera Kid 92 here. So today, I thought I'd do my own little review on a movie I saw yesterday, and the movie I saw was called It Follows. You might have heard of it, you might not have heard of it, but I thought I'd do my own little personal review on the movie and let you know what I think of it. And since it's kind of late, it's like 11 o'clock Sunday night, I have work tomorrow, and I'm feeling kind of lazy. But I wanted to do this review when it was still kind of fresh in my mind. So I'm sitting on my floor, up close and personal, raw and unedited, filmed on my iPhone 6. So let's get this review started. Alright, It Follows. So, what is It Follows exactly? Well, it's this independent horror movie that came out last year at a bunch of film festivals, and it got a lot of buzz, great positive reviews. It was like 100% or like 99 on Rotten Tomatoes when it first came out. It was getting just all this awesome, crazy good attention, and the movie really piqued my interest when I first heard of it months ago. So I was waiting for it to come out in America, which took a very, very, very long time. It came out in UK first, which I was like, yeah, that's fair. An American movie, film it in Detroit, Michigan, which is like, how much more American can you get? And you release it in the UK first? That makes a lot of sense to me. Yeah. Anyways, finally it was coming out in America March 13th, Friday the 13th, of course. How original. And it was released in a whopping, like, 4 movie theaters. 4! How do you expect me to see that when the closest movie theater was, like, 1,000 miles away from me? How? And a lot of other people said the same thing I was saying. How are we supposed to see this movie? You have all these people who want to see this movie, but how are we supposed to see it? So the company who was in charge of distributing, I don't usually say that word a lot, It Follows, decided to release it to a larger, wider audience so it could curse more people and follow them around. Like, seriously, since I've seen this movie, I keep feeling like I'm being watched and followed by something. But yeah, they finally released it this past weekend, so I finally got to see it, and I was not disappointed one bit. So first, before I give you my thoughts on the movie, I thought I'd give you a short little synopsis. So It Follows is basically, it's about this thing, you don't really know what it is. It's this invisible entity that you can only see if you have this curse where, if you're cursed, you keep seeing this thing that's following you, and it takes forms of all kinds of people. It can take a form of a stranger, a friend, a loved one, a old lady, a creepy, freaky tall guy. It can take forms of pretty much anyone, and if it gets to you, it kills you. And the only way to get rid of the curse is to pass it on to someone else through sex. Yes. That's the only way you could pass it on, is to give it to some poor unlucky soul through sex. So, that's what happens. There's this girl named Jay who, she seems like a nice, innocent girl. She likes to go swimming. I get that impression. There's a lot of symbolism with the water. There's a lot of symbolism in this movie. But anyways, there's this girl, Jay, and she hooks up with this guy, new guy in town. He seems pretty cool, pretty chill, little paranoid, but, whatever. She sleeps with him, and then he decides to strap her to a wheelchair. That really killed the mood. And then, he tells her how he passed this curse on to her. and now she's going to be followed by this thing wherever she is. It's going to keep following her until she passes it on to someone else. And he warns her, don't die, because then, it's going to come back to me, and it's going to get me, and then it's going to go back down the line wherever it started. So here's poor Jay trying to decide, should I give it to someone else? Should I just run around in fear? It's kind of a hard decision. Like, do you want to curse someone else and have them go through this too? Which kind of sucks. So basically that's what the movie's about. And I saw the movie yesterday and I loved it. Okay, it's not one of those like normal horror movies like The Conjuring or Insidious where it's like, jump scare! Okay, it's not like that at all. I mean, right when the movie starts out, it ups the tension, it ups the dread. It's a very, it's kind of like it, it's not constantly jumping out at you and, chasing you with an axe, and you're running for your life. It's not like that at all. It's slowly creeps towards you until finally it kills you. That was a really awkward angle. I'm sorry. I hope this video isn't making you too uncomfortable. Maybe I am trying to make you uncomfortable. Okay, I'm getting off topic. And that's a cut scene. I'm sorry I lied about this being unedited, but I got really off topic. But back on topic about It Follows. So, I thought it was a awesome, superb, well done movie. The cinematography was awesome. Okay, let me tell you about the cinematography. It was beautifully shot. Okay, it's not your usual horror movie. It was beautifully shot. They did these, a lot of times they did these like 360 degree shots where it was like the camera just keeps panning around. And that really helps up the tension because there's one scene where, the camera's panning, it's panning, okay. You see it walking towards the camera, but the camera continues to pan back around, back over there, behind there. Okay, it's still panning, and then this whole time you're just like, oh my god, it's coming, it's following, and the camera's panning, so you're waiting for the camera to pan back to the thing. So, stuff like that happens in this movie, which really helps up the tension. And another thing that really helps up the tension is the awesome soundtrack. Okay, the soundtrack, it's totally 80s sounding synthesizer, which I love. It sounds like it's taken right out of a John Carpenter movie. So that really helped, with the mood, because the soundtrack really, I think it really helped with the movie. So the soundtrack, definitely great choice. The acting, I thought that was well done as well, especially, the main actress who played Jay. I really felt her dread and her fear. She did a great job capturing that. And plus the kid who played Paul, the kid who always had a crush on Jay. And you can really tell, like, he really wanted to help her out. He really wanted to, have sex with her just to help her out. It's kind of funny, but I kind of felt bad for him too, just because like I can see, because she was hooking up with all the cool high school guys, and here he is, really, trying to make himself known. So I thought all the actors did a great job in the movie. And the story, of course, it's very original. I mean, there are some horror cliches, but it kind of adds to the fun. But the story was great. The actual thing, it was super creepy. It takes a lot of forms in the movie. There's a lot of speculation as to what it is, but it's kind of left ambiguous, which, I'm fine with. I like ambiguity in movies, I like movies that, they keep you thinking, even after the movie you're thinking like, okay, what was it? But, in the movie it takes a lot of different forms. Some are just, not really that threatening. A couple times it took a form of this really creepy tall guy, which really, I think that was the creepiest. Oof, creepy. Like, I'm thinking about it now, and I'm probably not gonna be able to go to bed. But yeah, overall, I think I pretty much covered everything on the movie. So overall, I give the movie 2 thumbs up. Well, I'm holding my phone. Okay, that's 1 thumb. There's the other thumb. I definitely recommend to go see it if you want a unique and different horror movie experience. Go in with an open mind, okay? And don't believe those trailers, you know, trying to hype it up as the scariest movie ever. Okay, just go in with an open mind. I'm not saying the movie isn't scary, but it's not like it's not your usual horror movie. So, as long as you go in the movie theater with that on your mind, I think that you'll enjoy it. So, hit me up in the comments if you've seen the movie, if you want to see it. What did you think of it? What do you think it's going to be like? Anything. Feel free to comment, and I'd be happy to reply. And also be warned, you know, after you see this movie, you might be looking over your shoulder often. Okay. Well, that pretty much sums up my review, guys. I gotta go get ready for bed. Hopefully I'll get some sleep. Well, I hope you're all doing well, and you're not being followed by some evil, malevolent thing. So I will catch you guys later. CameraKid92 signing out.